Hello everybody, my name is Kerry. I'm a postural stability instructor working with the local charity Involve. Today we'll be doing a video upon getting up after a fall. Did you know that a third of 65s and half of over 80s will incur a fall a year? So today we're going to be showing you coping mechanisms to try and get up safely from the ground. Okay, so I'm going to begin something called backward chaining, and as the name suggests, this is in reverse. So I'm going to begin by seated, making sure my legs are touching the chair before I sit down. Seated front third of the chair, hands upon my lap. Leaning forward, I push myself up to standing. I take 1-2 steps. I move whichever way around facing my chair. I'm going to take my strongest leg forward and I bring my hands to the chair. I'm now going to lower my back knee, putting more weight into my upper body. I relax my back foot so it's more comfortable. The other knee goes down. I'm going to walk my knees back first so my arms have space to bring to the ground, and I'm going to walk back. I'm moving into a box position. I'm now going to roll onto my side. So if you can imagine, I've had a fall. This is where I'm at. I'm going to try to push into my arms to push myself up. Once I've given myself time just to calm and relax. I'm then going to look at my base of support. I'm going to walk on my hands and knees until I feel I can hold that chair. I'm going to bring my stronger leg forward once again. A lot of work goes through your upper body here. I push myself up in one dynamic move. Hands to my quads, my feet are hip width, so stability is there. I slowly walk my hands up my legs, back to standing. I move forward to the chair. I turn around safely, feeling the chair behind me. I sit back down. And that is an example of backward chaining. I'd like to introduce Tertia to you today that is going to help me demonstrate backward chaining. Okay, Tertia, what I'd like you to do is to sit at the front third of your chair, please. You can use your hands if you wish. So knees over your toes. When you feel ready, lean forward, power yourself up to standing. You might want to just move your feet, just to get a little bit of mobility. And when you're ready, take 2 steps forward for me, please. Turn around safely, whichever way you wish, to face your chair. Okay, step forward. You might need to take a step forward. Now bring your strongest leg forward, please, and lean forward with your hands on the chair. If you need to bring the back foot slightly forward, do. Put a little bit more of your body weight, soften the arms if you need to. That's it, and bring your back knee down to the ground when you're ready. Good. Now relax this back foot for me so it's more comfortable. And when you're ready, Tertia, walk your hands to the ground, but walk your knees back first so your arms have got space. That's it. So hands to the ground. Walking back, so you're in a box position. If you could just pause for me there, please. I'd like you to roll gently onto one side, whichever side suits you. So here we can picture the reverse mechanism here. Somebody's on the floor. So the first thing I'm going to ask Tertia, and she'll be asking herself if she's on her own. I've fallen. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time. I'm going to breathe just to calm myself down. Am I injured? Do my shoulders feel okay? Are my hips okay? My spine? If the answer was yes, then Tertia, when she's ready, would use the upper body strength to come up into a box position on her hands upon her knees, around hip width. And now I'm going to ask Tertia to walk upon her hands and knees so she's closer towards a chair, all in her own good time, a base of support. It could be a table if you wish. When you're ready, Tertia, I'd like you to bring your strongest leg forward, please. Hands on the chair. Now really put the upper body's weight into the chair. One dynamic move, lift yourself up to standing, please. Feet hip width apart so you have stability. Well done. Now bring your hands to your quads, your legs, and very slowly lift yourself up. Lovely. Walk towards your chair, please. Turn around safely to face me. Feel the chair with back of both legs. You don't have to look back. And then sit yourself gently down. Well done. If you're unable to crawl on your hands and knees back to a base of support, for example, if your shoulder's painful or your hip, I'm going to show you with Tertia's help how to try and get to that base of support. So Tertia, your hip is painful in this fall. So you'll be using your upper body strength to try and move yourself towards that chair. So in your own time, after giving yourself a little bit of time, calming down, finding your breath, that's lovely. And when you feel ready to, use your upper body to try and get to the chair. That's it, take your time, lovely. Take as long as you need to. You can pause anytime. You don't have to keep going. You can pause. If it becomes a bit too much, get that strength. That's it, well done. And then, if you can, bring your hands upon the chair. If you can't get to the chair because the hip is painful, try and use the chair to come up to a seated position. So remember, your hip is sore. We're just moving towards the chair and finding a comfortable seated position. So you can just sit upright. It's a light hip injury. That's it. Take your time. Remember, stronger leg forwards, always stronger. Use the strength in the upper body to bring that back foot in. Hands on your legs when you're ready. Soften the knees and then slowly lift yourself up, keeping your feet hip width. Well done. So an example of maybe a hip injury, but if Tertia wasn't able to get back to the chair, just get into the chair and finding a seated position is better than having a long lie. Thank you, Tertia. So the third example, from getting up off the ground, if we were to imagine now that Tertia has actually got a shoulder issue going on, she's hurt her shoulder, and she needs to get back to the chair. So Tertia is going to use the other shoulder and using coping mechanisms, for example, just shuffling, bottom, moving to get herself back to the chair. So Tertia's had a shock, she's on the floor, she's coming round to knowing that she's got to get back to a chair or a base of support. So when you're ready, Tertia, I'd leave you to start to move, making sure you're protecting your bad shoulder. That's good, well done. Pause whenever you need to. There is no rush. That's it. Take stock, take some breaths. And it does help to pull the abdominals in at times, give you that little bit of core strength. I will put that in. That's it, good. That's it. And pausing whenever you need to. That's good. And again, just move in. Lovely, well done. And making sure you're looking after that injured arm. If you feel you can either come up to seated and waiting for a little bit of time just to find help there. Or if you feel the arm can sustain a little bit of weight, turning to face your chair. And bring your stronger arm to the chair first. As it, give yourself time. Now you've got to bring yourself up onto your knees. That's it, take your time. A stronger leg forward. Don't rush this, don't rush this. And one dynamic move with regard to that stronger arm, push yourself up. And bring your feet hip width apart. Hands to your legs as you slowly unfold. That's good, well done. When you're ready, take a step forwards, close to your chair, turn yourself safely around. Feel in the back of your chair with both legs before you sit down. Well done. So that showed you another way of trying to get back to that base of support. And as I mentioned, if there is no base of support or you physically cannot lift yourself up to a chair, just finding a way back to seated is much better than just lying down for a period of time, which can cause a lot of complications. So they were examples of backward chaining. I would strongly advise you to practice backward chaining so you become familiar with it. You will also notice an improvement in your upper body strength. You'd have noticed my reference to upper body strengthening was paramount throughout the backward chaining. There are 2 videos, standing, postural, and seated postural work that does look at upper body strengthening also. You may find yourself in a situation when you fall that you're able to get yourself up and maybe, if you can, grab something warm, a rug, anything to put over you to stop you getting cold. If you do find yourself in a situation where you do fall at home or outside and you cannot get yourself to a base of support, my advice is to make yourself as loud as possible and be heard to get attention. Thank you for watching the videos today. They may certainly help you one day or somebody that you know. They can also be life-saving. Thank you for your time.